What's up, world? This is WeNeeda5th. This your man Mo. Got my man Hill in the building.
Yo.
Got my man P in the building.
What's happening?
Fellas, a lot has gone down this week. And I'm not talking about the build-up for the Super Bowl. I'm talking about the NBA trade deadline. Come on, fellas. Really? We thought we was going to start with something else?
Yeah, the Super Bowl.
No, we're not going to start with the Super Bowl. We're going to start with the trades.
Yes,
We
you
just
are.
had a generational talent. Got traded.
Wimby?
Luka Doncic, y'all.
Generational. He's a slower version of LeBron. No?
And LeBron's not a generational
That's
talent?
athletic.
Yeah. But he's a slower version. He's not him.
But
See
go
what
ahead.
I'm-
See what I'm
Go ahead.
I'm dealing with him.
No, I'm a Luka fan. I just wouldn't go as far as generational, but you know,
All right, where would you put him then?
franchise,
Okay.
franchise player. I agree with that. Dallas wouldn't, but
The Lakers traded Anthony Davis and Max
Christie?
Christie for Luka Doncic.
Maxi Kleber?
And
I don't know how. Yes.
yeah,
One of the twins.
yeah, and Maurice, one of the Morris twins.
Yeah, one of the twins. The one that should be gone by now. It's not Amir and Almond. Those are the twins. Not even Champagne.
Can I ask, what are your first thoughts on this big trade?
I know I was shocked. I got two reigning All-NBA,
You got a
five-time All-NBA.
first team all.
Yeah. It's just it's unprecedented. It's shocking. More so on Dallas. You know what I mean? I'm hearing the investments that he had in Dallas in the city, and even went up to the point of purchasing like a $15 million house. So apparently he thought he was staying.
Yeah. When I watched his interview after when the Lakers were introducing him, he pretty much said that, to your point, that hey, I was planning on playing my whole career here.
yeah, I know we led with the whole generational thing. Yeah, why he should. You know what I mean? Like I'll say that. Like I thought, basically, Dirk, all your records are going down.
Right.
Luka's going to be here for the next 15, 20 years. So it was definitely a shocking trade, no doubt about it.
Fellas, are you surprised that the Lakers didn't have to give up more for him?
Well, it depends how you look at it. I think giving up AD is a lot. You know what I mean? I think if you say Dallas got the advantage, Lakers got the advantage because of the age.
Yeah.
But losing AD, that's
Or maybe a better question would be, do you think Dallas could have gotten more?
Possibly.
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, AD and Christie's no kicking it, but I mean, even Christie for me, like I like Christie the way he's playing in the starting lineup. That's led him to this not led, but it helped in this nice little run they have in the last 17, 18 games. Oh man.
You know what? I'm gonna say no. So I'm looking at a list of all the players that got traded. None of them was better than AD.
I think Luka's value is so overwhelming. You gotta bring it to rational type thinking. I was just shocked because I thought that Luka was just embedded in Dallas. And I'm not going on a talent thing where it's like, oh, he's just way talented than AD. Nah, I'm not going on that.
Okay.
It's clearly equal if you're telling me Christie and him, but it can be clearly equal if you're telling me him and AD to what they mean to their respective teams. So it's just like you said, I can't see. He's just like I thought he was the furniture.
Yeah,
in Dallas.
Yeah, I think part of the shock is I can't remember a trade where two players of this caliber are switching teams. You know what I mean? Usually it's like a whole bunch of draft picks, expiring contracts. But if you're, Dallas, you probably expect to get to the finals again, despite losing. Whatever, semantics, whatever we think of Luka, they're like, okay, we lost Luka, but we got Anthony Davis. We have a chance to get to the finals again. So,
And by making this move, it's clear that Dallas was pretty fed up with Luka, right? Like, you don't make this type of move, you don't make this type of trade unless you're totally sold off of Luka being a impactful player, being a championship player, or being able to, lead your squad to where you guys want it.
I don't think they make this trade if you don't have Kyrie and Spencer Dinwiddie there. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think if they're not there and it's AD for Luka, I don't think this trade gets made. Okay, how fed up they are with Luka. The fact that they have that to fall back on, it made it easier not to have to deal with it.
I know in Dallas, they've been really vocal about, or at least Dallas fans have been really vocal about, hey, displeasure with this move.
Short for fanatics.
Yeah.
There's no rationale in fans.
Winning is the only cure for that at this point, right?
No, for some not. I mean, some people are just attached to Luka.
Yeah, I mean, basketball aside, although we're talking about basketball, Luka's a bigger star. So I think
he
that's
sells tickets.
Yeah, that's just what it is, So they're going to have to win because they're not going to make up for it just off the name. You know what I mean?
Wow,
Definitely shocking though. Shout out to Shams.
Yeah. A lot of people had to check and see if his account was hacked, but it turned out to be true. Another big trade out in the NBA. De'Aaron Fox asked to be traded by the Sacramento Kings to San Antonio. They were able to make that happen. And they received Zach LaVine back in the deal. And I believe the Bulls got picks.
Collins.
Wow. What do we think about that deal? And are the Sacramento, the Bulls West now?
No, because of DeRozan.
DeRozan, Zach LaVine.
And LaVine, they're following. Listen, I don't know what they're doing in Sacramento. I mean, you have LaVine, you have DeRozan, you have Monk,
Murray.
You have Murray.
It's a bonus.
No, I mean, now I'm trying to think
the wing players, right?
Yeah, they're interchangeable. I would think. I was thinking that something like either DeRozan or, well, Murray's young, so it doesn't make sense to get rid of Murray. But DeRozan or LaVine for a little bit more help because they're interchangeable.
What type of help are you talking about? Another big or another guard or something?
No, point guard. I was caught off guard there. I mean, I was thinking Zach LaVine, Golden State, Zach LaVine, the Bucks, something like that nature. But maybe they're just there to help out the winner of this thing, which was San Antonio.
Yeah, and I just just before we go to San Antonio, just look at Sacramento. It's kind of like you had Halliburton and Fox. Now you have neither.
Wow,
that's facts.
That's big.
Yeah. So
that's facts.
Yeah, that's a tough one to say that you're looking for a point guard when you had two, point guards in your roster. You probably could have just rocked with for the next 10 years.
Because they certainly are.
Yeah.
Were you surprised that San Antonio didn't have to give up any of their young talent to get De'Aaron?
Yes.
That's just bad. Negotiating, bad negotiating. I mean, let's just say you think that Devin Vassell and Keldon are young. You could have took that. I mean, it sounds like San Antonio, and I'm starting to come around on this too, is just not coming off a castle. And they said that's what Sacramento really wanted. But they could have got but Vassell and they were like Portland. Sacramento would be like Portland. We get Vassell or Keldon Johnson. I couldn't even tell you the difference if they won on that team still.
See.
I love the trade for San Antonio.
That's the same thing I'm getting at it.
Yeah,
Chicago's just
They didn't give up any young talent. Hell, they didn't even give up the old talent. Like, at least get Chris Paul, I guess. Like, make them uncomfortable. I feel like you didn't even make San Antonio uncomfortable with this trade. And I just love it for San Antonio. I don't know how you couldn't.
Mm-hmm.
Talking about the Bucks. They made, for me, that was a second surprise for me. They traded Chris Middleton for Kyle Kuzma.
I just think this guy got younger. I don't know where you. I'm a Kuzma guy, but it just doesn't make sense for me because Middleton to me is a better shooter. He doesn't play.
Yeah, that's it.
And I'll give you that. And
that's a lot.
Because I'm not a Kuzma guy.
Yeah,
Kuzma
I'm
guy.
not either.
And I kind of like the trade for Milwaukee because
He doesn't play.
he plays.
Yeah, I know.
I like Chris Middleton's game.
I know.
I was there for the run. He doesn't play. So what are you going to do?
It's a lot.
You need a live body at some point.
And Kuzma's no slouch. Yeah, I'm a Kuzma. Yeah, I'm a Kuzma guy.
I'm not a Kuzma guy, but he plays basketball more than Middleton lately. That's it to me. He's available.
Bring championship experience to a championship team.
Whoa, slow down.
Well, technically,
slow
yeah.
down. Slow
He has
down.
experience winning a
Slow
championship.
down, yo.
Technically, yeah.
Slow down. His time in Washington had totally erased whatever championship pedigree he had. Especially when you hit me in one of your last interviews as a Washington Wizards. Oh, I'm not worried about the game plan. I'm worried about me.
But you don't think him and Poole championship experience helped the Wizards?
Yep. all like 0.1% of it.
And going with Milwaukee though, I think Kevin Porter Jr. is a solid pickup.
Yeah, don't overlook that. Absolutely.
I think that's a solid pick. I've seen him some games with the Clippers. Like, okay, he could go.
He's a heck of a talent. You know what I mean? I hate when Dame sits, and I'm not a fan when Dame's up, of course. But when Dame sits, I don't know where they go.
Yeah.
Point guard situation. So it's
and that's one of the things kind of impressed me with the Clippers. Like you said, like James Harden sits, whatever. He'll come in and you're like, all right. And then he's not James Harden, obviously, but he can hold the fort down while James Harden's getting his rest together, whatever. So I think Milwaukee got better. These
and
two
younger.
moves. And younger. I mean, I think a lot of these teams are just win now though. Like Milwaukee's in win now mode. I'm sure we'll get to Cleveland. Lakers, they're kind of like in win. Yeah, I think they're in win now mode, and they got younger. They got the best with what's the kid? Mark Williams from Duke.
They said AD. I like to see him stay on the court as well too. But we'll get to that though.
Yeah. That's going to be an issue. Let's stay in the East. You brought up the Cleveland Cavs. They made a trade for DeAndre Hunter. Between the Cavs and the Bucks, have they done enough for you to feel confident that they can challenge Boston for that Eastern Conference?
I would say more so Cleveland.
Okay.
Because I don't know if Hunter's come off the bench or Strus.
I think they have. I think right now they have Hunter as possible.
Okay, well then Strus coming off the bench, I can mess with that. So I like their starting five. Their benches are not the strongest in the world, but their starting five. That's pretty much as good as you're gonna get in the league. I feel with Cleveland, Milwaukee, that shooting guard slot. I'm still not. I don't know who's gonna be the shooting guard. I doubt if Kevin Porter Jr. moves into the starting lineup. Maybe he will. I don't know. Green. I'm not really. He's good, but if that's his starting shooting guard, I don't know about that.
So, do y'all think that they can challenge in Boston?
Yeah,
I do.
I think it's a 4-team race. It's Boston, Knicks, Cleveland, Milwaukee. I think I wouldn't be overly surprised if any of them came out of the East, to be honest.
Now, are you surprised that the Knicks didn't make a move? Sure up their bench or get another viable big.
That's where I want it. Yeah, I wanted, is Mitch going to play this year? I don't know. And Cat is just foul trouble prone wherever he goes. Mm-hmm. So they're gonna need to shore. Oh man, they got Hardenstein. I'm talking about OKC from this. That's about the importance of Hardenstein with the Knicks. What it meant to them. And I think that they would be neck and neck with Boston right now if they kept him. They're just thin. And they got rid of Jericho Sims on top of that. Yeah. And you need a big. It wasn't the tallest, but active, live body, you know what I mean? And they ship him off to I think he went to Milwaukee too?
I think so.
Man, oh man. And that's a coach who runs that team ragged. So
I'm gonna ask a funny question. I probably shouldn't even ask it. The buyout market. Ben Simmons recently got his contract bought out. If you're a team like maybe the Knicks or somebody like that, do you look at him for a possible big body, and low expectations? Like, hey, big body, we hope you'll be our Draymond Green type for the bench that can facilitate and create for others and stuff like that, and be a volume rebounder, volume assist guy. Do you think a team like the Knicks should look for it, or a team like Golden State? And I'm thinking about teams that need bigs, to bolster their bench and whatnot. Don't need starters or anything like that. But do you think that's a viable solution for any of these contending teams?
I wouldn't go near them. Okay. I mean, Golden State, you're seeing Steph shoot 13 for 37. Clearly, they need more shooting. They can use another big. Where are you going to give them? I don't know. I'm not touching. I'm not even. He owes you money. Oh, I don't know why he gets entertained. Seriously, I never think of any more like Ben Simmons as a basketball player, and he's playing right now. Yeah, like he just doesn't cross my mind as now an athlete. It's just out of sight. I don't know why would anyone take a chance on him. I don't know what he does.
Yeah, I think he's a player. Like, everything has to be tailor-made for him. Like, when Philly, when he was an all-star, it was kind of like Embiid was down. So, like, everything revolved around him and his playmaking. So, he's not really a plug-in piece. Like, I just don't think he helps your team. Long story short, I don't see how Ben Simmons helps your team at this point.
Get off Ben Simmons. LA Lakers made another trade. Traded my guy, Dalton Connect, to the Charlotte Hornets for Mark Williams, I believe his name is. Center. Got the big that AD requested originally, and the big that they definitely need now, especially with AD out of the building. Is this the big that we needed? Is this the answer that we were looking for as Lakers fans?
It's a pick and roll guy that Luka needs. He wanted him. Go get him. You think about building around him for the next
10, 15.
I'm gonna say LeBron. I'm gonna give LeBron 2 more years. I'm gonna give LeBron, and this just sets it up. And they're both their games are pretty much similar as well too, because now LeBron, he'll go downhill a lot. But he's starting to have players on his hip now, leaning towards like now you have a definitive lob threat. You can get in there. And AD was it, and you still had which come from? Where's he from? Used to be on Memphis. Who they have now?
Sideshow.
Yes.
Dylan.
I don't know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, he's it. Well, he's his center now. But we wish we were able to stat guy right there once when MVP gets into the editing skills. He throw him up there. It's this guy right here I'm talking about.
You like to trade?
Jackson Hayes. First mention on the show.
Jackson Hayes was he on Memphis? No.
That's not who you're talking about?
Yeah, he was
Okay.
on. He was on Memphis.
I thought he was on Memphis.
He was on Pelicans too, right?
Oh, you're right. No, you said that. I was thinking.
Yeah. All right. I like it for what it's worth. That's his game is patterned towards having players on him. You have to go to his strongest point, and that's with guy on the hip, lob threat, floater, or step back, pull up. That's Luka's game. If you want Luka at his best, you give him his big. If there was any other person you could have gave, because outside of that pick and roll being shut down, he always kicks to the corner and finds a Maxi Kleber, or that's where you had Dalton Connect.
Yeah.
That's going to have to serve now as Austin.
Yeah,
Like-
and I kind of wish that they had traded Austin instead of Raptor. Because I feel like you have enough ball handlers. We don't need any more. Like, you're to the point where, hey, now you're going to – ideal situation now is to be Luka and Austin on the ball and LeBron playing off of it. And it's like, really?
Austin going to have to start getting his shots up. He's going to have to start hitting that curl off the three when they're whipping it around. I see now. Like, it's the ball fake and get to it. He's just a good player. But he's going to have to get his shot a little bit better.
Yeah.
He's not going to dominate the ball, like you said, like he did before.
Yeah. And it's like
But the good thing is, once it does hit his hands, he can make a move. That means something. So
we have other trades in the NBA. We had Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler finally made it to the Golden State Warriors. At initially, I think Phoenix, Golden State was trying to get Kevin Durant back. Kevin Durant said that he did not want a reunion, so that that deal was squashed, and Golden State pivoted and got Jimmy Butler for Andrew Wiggins and picks, I believe. So, what do we think about that for both the Miami Heat and for Golden State?
This is where Hill shines.
I was going to leave this one to you guys. I mean, my bag, Wiggs. Thanks for the chip tour as well. You played your butt off while you were here. I'm a Wiggins guy. That right there should have been 1-for-1. And the fact that this man was saying that he wasn't going to sign a 4-year extension saved Dunleavy from being fired. Listen, I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong, but I do not get it. I really don't. Jimmy Butler's special talent to me is possession basketball. And with Golden State, they like to have multiple possessions.
Yeah.
Like,
it's going to be a problem.
Some say in a
I
good way.
don't like Jimmy in Golden State at all. I thought the best place for him would have been Phoenix. I think Golden State doesn't make any sense, to be honest. Because he's
better 3 than anyone that they got there.
Yeah,
but
now,
I mean,
Wiggins, like, hey, Kuminga's still learning. That's not a high bar to overcome. Let me put it like that.
For Golden State's sake, it just sucks that Kevin didn't want to come back.
Yeah.
And it says a lot too that you dangle Looney and Kuminga out there.
Mm-hmm.
How they respond coming back? I mean, it's a business, but they still respond. I mean, we didn't even mention Dennis Schroeder. This is what coaches get paid for. So I want to see how he's able to have these guys recoup and just say it is part of business. You're here. Let's go on. And Golden State, with their talent, they didn't give up much.
They didn't have much talent. To begin with.
Again, if you're counting them as talent, their talent, they didn't give up much. Think about it, the ones that they coveted so much. The Kamingas, the Mooney, the Podzinski.
We've gone over this. I don't get this Kaminga business. I don't. To me, he is what he is. Like you had, and it's funny. This is the team that had Harrison Barnes and Andrew Wiggins.
Mm-hmm.
You saw this movie already. What are you thinking he's going to become?
Again, I think Kaminga is their version of Taylor Horton Tucker, and I think that your player just is overvalued towards the league, and as GMs, you got to get out of that. I suffered from that when I was younger. Now it's not so much emotion, more so transactional.
And I think he's a good player. I think Kaminga's a good player. That's it. He's not untradeable, untouchable. I'm hanging up the phone if you ask for him. No, he's an asset like any other good player.
Right. So, hey, it's over now. I mean, if you can trade Luka, then
yeah, everybody's on it.
Anyone to me is available and should be available.
We brought up Phoenix with the Kevin Durant. How do you talking about organization now that tried to trade at least two of the big three that they have? Mm-hmm. They tried to find a place for Beal. Mm-hmm. Wasn't able to get that done.
Disgruntled, no one cares.
And now they've been caught trying to find a place for Durant. Now, can they overcome this, or is this going to be a problem for Phoenix come the summer?
Yeah, because the thing is, what would you say overcome? Because they were a mediocre team before this.
I mean,
but now you're a mediocre team with at least one or two disgruntled superstars.
But no, Durant didn't want to go, so why would he be disgruntled? You know
because you put me up on the trade block to begin with.
Right, but then he said no. To me, basketball players play basketball. You know what I'm saying? Okay. This isn't shut up and dribble. What I'm saying, like, okay, if think about trading you, they didn't trade you, so what are you not going to hoop now? And to me, that might be part of the problem. Like, to me, you were mediocre before this. I don't want to hear, oh my God, they're disgruntled. That's why they're not, playing well. No, they weren't playing well before this. Like Bradley Beal and Kevin Durant the Phoenix Suns weren't having a good season before the trade rumors. So it will be more of the same. I don't think emotions have nothing to do with it.
And they dumped Nurkic?
Yeah. They got rid of him.
So who's their center?
Good question.
Oh, they got, I think, Richards from Charlotte. They traded for him a while ago. They made like a week or two ago. And the thing is, I don't think Phoenix, I think it's just, I don't know.
Players, but not a good team.
I think they have enough talent. They're just not meeting expectations because they're a 500 team. So it's not like they're like a horrible team. They still can make the playoffs, but
I think they're in like 10th.
9?
Yeah.
Okay.
25 and 25, exactly 500.
Right, they're a 500 team, so I expect them to continue to be a 500 team.
Yeah, but if you tell me you got Durant, Booker, and you just close your eyes probably too and say you got Durant, Booker, maybe Bill. I would probably say, well, did Curry start or LeBron play? Is this the Olympic team? They have two players in Booker and Durant. That should suffice. Bradley Beal, to me, is good. Really good if he gets streaky. I'm standing on good, though, right now. But okay. Booker and Durant
are really good.
Yeah, I mean, these are franchise players. You have two on one team.
But if they're 500, are they franchise players?
Or
I understand what you're saying, but
I mean, they do have Coach Bud.
So if I had Coach Bud, I mean,
they didn't work for Vogel either. So
they
championship coaches don't work in Phoenix, yo.
I don't think that they're just, like you said, playing up to what people actually think of them.
What's it called? Last trade I want to talk about. Brandon Ingram.
Oh, man.
He finally made it out of New Orleans, baby. It's going to Toronto.
He went to New Orleans. At least the Super Bowl's there. Chill. B.I. Scotty Barnes.
Yeah.
It's okay.
B.I. Zion.
I don't know why you got rid of Siakam, because to me it's just back to where you were with Scotty Barnes and Siakam. You got BIs in Scotty Barnes.
OG Anunoby.
OG Anunoby. You're pretty. I mean, maybe they're waiting for the next Kawhi and they'll win another chip. I don't know. It's not a bad move.
It doesn't.
But it doesn't move. Yeah, it doesn't move the needle. It's like Jimmy Butler go to State. It doesn't really move the needle. It's, Brandon Ingram can hoop. So if you bring him to your team's gonna get a little bit better. But they were pretty bad before he got there. So
yeah, but I don't know if this, and that's my whole thing with Dunleavy. Like, I've been screaming like, hey, don't take a flyer for Brandon Ingram or Lauri Markkinen. You couldn't get Lauri, okay, but if Brandon was available, you could have got something.
Yeah, and I agree with you that
would have made more sense.
I think that would have been a more appropriate fit for Golden State
and for the future. Like I don't think it would. I don't think it would have moved the needle either.
No.
But you would have had like a really good young player moving forward. You know what I mean? So I think the age is what I agree. If I had a choice, I would get BI over Jimmy Butler. I agree with that.
Man,
I'm not mad at Toronto for making the move.
Not at all.
I feel that it's steps. It's steps. You know what I mean? Now they got Scotty Barnes and BI into see what.
I'm good at the forward spot with them
lottery.
two right there. I'm good. I'm so good with them two there.
Let me ask you guys. We talked about a lot of trades and whatnot. A lot of teams making moves. Are there any teams that didn't make trades that you thought they should have made at least one?
We said it, Knicks.
Besides
Philly's team. It's funny because OKC did like two trades. It's just like under the radar and everything. They just get
I think OKC.
pieces.
and they got Chet back.
Still.
Yeah, I think the addition to Chet is their trade basically, and I think Minnesota probably could have done. I'm not, maybe added, something to that mix.
And just to throw it out there, rumors are that Minnesota did put in a bid for Kevin Durant as well.
I mean, I guess Phoenix has him with Devin Booker, and they're not winning. So I don't know if KD. I don't know if KD moves the needle at this point. He's not doing it for Phoenix.
Wow.
And what Matt Ishbia, like, what are you giving me back? Because the first thing you tell him is Randall, right?
Yeah, more than likely.
Who was that?
Randall.
Yeah, I'm not sure what move Minnesota could make, but I think they're maybe just a notch ahead of Phoenix. But they're nowhere close to OKC, so
They could have sent him back to what you call him. Send him back home. Send him over there to New Orleans. Get Randall and send him there. Did he play there one time?
Oh, Randall?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
And get Brandon Ingram. You didn't need nothing much.
I wouldn't have been mad at
Right,
that.
just get him
I
out of
wouldn't have been mad
there.
at that.
Clogging the lane, Brandon can shoot the three. He just stretch. You know what I'm saying? Like, just not on any of these people's radars. Like, what? Again, Minnesota being Minnesota.
Yeah, I gotta look at their books. I feel like they worried about their money at this point. I don't think they're trying to spend no. I don't think they're trying to spend no bread. That's why their cat's not there anymore.
All right. Hey guys, hit us up on social media. Let us know what you thought of the trades. What did you think about that Luka trade? That was crazy. Hit us up on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Hit that notification button so you know when the next video is coming out. And don't forget to subscribe to the podcast wherever you listen to your podcast. And you can hit us up directly at WeNeeda5th@gmail.com. Fellas, the All-Star teams were picked this week. Chuck, Shaq, and Kenny all picked their teams. Did you guys catch that, or were you checking for that?
I didn't see any of it.
No,
I didn't see any of it.
I have absolutely no interest in the All-Star weekend.
Okay. All right. that. So we're gonna skip over that. Then.
I just, I'm being honest.
Yeah, I knew they were doing that. I just
Shaq pretty much got all the old legends like LeBron, Steph, on his squad. It felt like Chuck got all the international players, SGA, Joker, Giannis, Wemby, to name a few, and Kenny got the rest. and
Tatum,
Tatum, Brown, Jalen Brunson. It felt pretty guard heavy.
Mobley.
Yeah, with him, but that's it. And of course, the G League. No, the Rising Stars winning team will also be competing in the All-Star game with these other 3 games.
That's next week, right?
Yes, I think next week. All right. We've been building up. 2 weeks ago, we crowned our NFC and AFC champions. This Sunday, they decide who's going to be the next NFL champion. Philadelphia Eagles or the Kansas City Chiefs. Fellas, where y'all at on this game? Are you going to be checking it out? Who do you like? Who are you betting on? What's going on?
Yeah, for me, if you follow the show, you already know I don't go against him. So I make this short and sweet. Kansas City.
Wow. It's a repeat of 2 years ago, right? 38-35. 4 touchdowns. Jalen. Yeah, give me the Chiefs. Give me the Chiefs.
And it's funny. And whatchamacallit, I'm going to take the Chiefs as well, but these media pundits out here will have you really concerned about the Chiefs if you're a Chiefs fan. I don't have a dog in this fight as far as being a Chiefs fan or an Eagles fan, but whatchamacallit, the way they speak of the Eagles' offensive line, the way they speak of Saquon Barkley.
Here for a reason.
These are all facts, though.
Yeah,
Philadelphia is a formidable foe.
I
Again,
shouldn't be surprised if they win. I'm just picking KC.
It's him.
Yeah.
For me, it's him. Saquon Barkley, a win would cement him as like an all-time great, in my opinion. Jalen Hurts is a really good quarterback.
AJ's no slouch.
AJ,
Devontae.
they got two high level
Carter on defense.
2 high level wideouts.
Got it.
Arguably one of the best offensive lines in the game.
But it's him.
They don't have him.
Oh
And
man.
the refs. Helps, right? Helps a little bit.
conspiracy. It's a conspiracy.
And the refs. POTUS supposed to shine up to the first time ever, right? POTUS showing up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we don't talk.
Yeah, man. I think we all got KC all around the board, right? Kendrick halftime. Does he do not like us 4 times?
Wow.
Does he do not like us?
Come on,
4
y'all.
times?
Come on. He got other hits, yo. Come on. Don't be disrespectful.
I'm not an avid listener.
Humble.
That's going to be a
Be humble.
That's going to be a bathroom break for the God.
Poetic justice. And I'm not a Kendrick guy. I know these songs. He has some hits, yo.
Bro, you're going to have worldwide over 200 million people say A minor, like on TVs and people in the city.
It's kind of crazy. It's
happened at the Grammys.
It's like Hove doing Takeover or Nas doing ETH at halftime, right? Relatively speaking, that's crazy. Yeah, at halftime of the Super Bowl, that is.
Well, are they gonna say A minor? I mean, they did it at the Grammys, bro. They all got up and said A minor.
Yeah.
This is nasty.
And he's still not getting sued. I'm sorry. I had to.
That's gonna happen, right? No, he's not gonna do it.
He's suing everybody but him.
I feel like he would have to do it. That's his. I mean, I don't know. Like you said, you not a fan, but you know his hits. I would think this is his biggest hit of his career. How do you not perform at the Super Bowl?
Yeah, that's gonna be.
That's a heck of a chant right there.
Yeah.
That one.
Acapella.
So
Acapella.
He might give you the. That's rough. That's everyone's there. Everyone's watching. I'm there. We're all watching TV, and it's like, yo, bro, you're the odd man out in the world. Like, what is that? Hey, Les Luther.
is this a tap out for his career?
He's the only one that's probably not going to say that. Australia, Japan, whoever's watching the Super Bowl knows that, like, that song is, it's really, that's the standout part in that song for that.
There's a lot of parts. That's
A minor. A minor is like, is that the crescendo of that song where you're like A minor? Like, where everyone is just like, get A minor, like, just right then and there?
Because he has a lot of bad parts in that song where he can
Yeah,
get to a crescendo.
But,
you know, it's just like, oh man, can Drake recover from that? Especially if it plays out the way you're saying, you know what I mean? Where hey, he's doing the song and it hits the crowd with the mic, and they hit him with A minor, and it's like.
see, to me, I'm not invested in it. So I can't. You asking like the wrong person. Like I would have to ask. Like my brother, Raji's heavy into it. It's like, yo, nah, he could be done. I'm like, I really can't tell you how. Like he never started with me. So not hearing Drake,
Tough.
I don't listen to him when it's just free enterprise where he's there. So you can listen to him on your own. Now, if he stops on his own, yeah, sure, I might not hear him then, but. I'm just not a fan, so I'm not the right person to really gauge if is it over for Drake. Because I still have some Drake fans out there.
I'm sure, but I'm sure it's also getting very uncomfortable to be Drake.
Hey, listen, you know how long that I banged the drum for either, and then go home and like, Takeover's different. Like it's different. I love Ether. I love Ether mainly for the return response. All right, you're not dead.
Yeah.
Good joint, Nas. But for me, True Serum, I'm the Nas guy. What song to me is better? To me is Takeover. So that to me is like a balance. Like if he was able to perform Takeover at the Super Bowl, I'd be like, oh man, bro.
I mean, full disclosure, a lot of people. I mean, I do it as a Nas. I mean, I'm a Nas fan. I thought it was over because Nas is not at that point. You don't really look at Nas as a battle rapper or whatever. Yeah. So when Takeover dropped, I was like, this is why, you know what I mean. But for this is like this is that on steroids. This is in front of literally the world, not just
that's what I'm saying.
Just not hip hop. Like people who might not even know who Kendrick Lamar or Drake are. They're gonna hear the song and be like, oh.
And then you're gonna have all those Swifties there.
Yeah, women. My wife's not gonna watch the game. She didn't care about the game. Yeah. She just wants the halftime show. And she knows A minor. They know it. Like it might be something. They know exactly when to do it. Don't know the lyrics. Something. Now it's not A minor. That's crazy. That's
Drake,
wild.
Yo, my man Drake, you gotta sue Kendrick, yo. You can't sue everybody but Kendrick. You gotta sue him too. Oh my gosh, because that's the line, and that has to be. You have to say that's slander.
That is the line. Like that's it.
Yeah, that's it.
I didn't know.
That's it.
Yeah. Oh man.
Go ahead, Drake, get back, man. And I messed with In the Morning, man. Him and J. Cole. That was right from me.
I don't think anybody's listening for that.
No.
And obscure entertainment news. They're looking to do a reboot of Set It Off.
Any reboot, I'm not there for pretty much.
I'm excited about that. Like I was excited the reboot of Juice.
Ooh.
Hopefully, I don't think that ever came out.
House Party. And,
House Party.
Okay.
It's I'm not a big fan of reboots.
I'm with it. Hey guys, hit us up on social media. Let us know what you guys think. Who are you choosing for the Super Bowl winner? Are you going to be watching for Kendrick Lamar's halftime show? Hit us up on social media, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Hit that notification button so you know when the next video is coming out. And don't forget to subscribe to your podcast wherever you listen to your podcast. And you can hit us up directly at WeNeeda5th@gmail.com. Fellas, what's on the radar, man?
oh, man, rip my man Irvin Lorenzo. My man Irv Gotti, rest in peace.
Yes.
Shout out Event Murder Inc., DJ Irv,
What, DMX and
DMX,
Jay-Z to Def Jam?
Can I Live? Yes. And listen, he has hits. Whether you like him or not, the man has hits. 54 or 51? 54 years of age, right? 54 years of age. It's too soon. It's a young age.
Yeah.
Just keep, he struggled with diabetes for a while. He said, health is wealth.
Yeah.
You can't get it back.
So take care of yourselves.
Yeah.
And that's got to be the lesson coming from that.
But shout out Irv Gotti.
P, what's on your radar,
man? Hubie Brown will be doing his last games. I think Sundays, the Bucks. I want to say Bucks Sixers, but
yeah.
No, he's
you said it right, Hill. Legend.
Yeah, he's my favorite NBA basketball analyst ever. Like he just is. I feel like he had a hand in like teaching me basketball. So just shout out to Hubie Brown. I'll definitely be tuned in for his last game. Bucks Sixers, I probably wouldn't have been, but shout out to Hubie Brown for all the years, man. A basketball lifer, man.
Is that more doors?
More doors? Yeah, probably. Somebody has to fill the void. But yeah, shout out to the to Hubie Brown.
Man.
Just like I said, like a basketball lifer.
Absolutely,
man.
I pretty much grew up with him.
You will be missed.
Grew up with him.
Definitely.
Congratulations on a great career.
What's on my radar? WNBA off-season moves. A lot of teams have made power moves. Indiana Fever are stocking up on their team. They got Bonner. They got Colson. They got Howard, I believe. They are stacking up a really good team that I feel can be a championship contender next year. Los Angeles Sparks stacked up. Las Vegas Aces are losing people left and right from their championship squads. I think we're still waiting for Brittany Griner to get signed somewhere. So, real exciting offseason for the WNBA. Really excited to see where it all pans out and how it all settles out.
Chicago got an addition too, right?
Yeah, Vandersloot from New York Liberty returned to the Chicago Sky. It's going to be a real interesting season. Well, calm down. Don't.
Interesting. It'll be interesting, right? No, I know it should. Last year was. I don't know how to rank them because you had all of the comments and then you had but it was a successful season the way it ended, and you gotta have New York come out winning. You can ask too much more for that league.
Yeah, but I think Caitlin is being put in position to be a legitimate championship contender next year. Next year, not in the next 2 or 3 years, but next year. I think they've secured that backcourt. Her running partner from last year, they signed her, added Colson to be the backup point guard. You got Howard on the wings. You still got Aaliyah Boston. Now you got add Bonner to that front court with Aaliyah Boston. This team is going to be dangerous, and with the guards that they've stacked up, they allow Caitlin to play a little less. You can control her minutes so that, hey, come playoff time.
She's fresh. I'll check in. Definitely check in.
Anything before we go?
Enjoy the game. I want ready.
Hey, listen, enjoy the game, stay safe, and like we were saying for Irv Gotti, hey, take care of yourself. Make sure that you're keeping track of your health, man. Definitely.
It's murder.
To all our fifths, peace.
Peace.